Hey, welcome back to another Pints with Pal Season 5. Yeah, here we go, boys. Here we go, boys. All right, today, since Mike's been homebrewing, and I've yet to try any, so today he has graciously supplied me with, I think, 4 different homebrews. Today we're going to try his Red Kolsch. I'm kind of curious why it's called Red Kolsch, and what's the difference between the Red Kolsch and a Kolsch itself. So without further ado, welcome my co-host, Mr. Mike.
Hello. Yeah, I'm excited.
Hopefully the sound effects go through.
Yeah, they did. They came through on mine, and they showed it on your screen.
Nice.
So I may or may not have run out.
Oh no!
as I was
I
getting
got a full bottle.
So I wanted to make sure I did.
This.
Oh, mine did too.
Oh, how hard's yours as well? So here we go.
So the main difference I've noted, so as you can see from the picture, Jeremy can't actually see it, but the picture from the original, yeah, mine isn't going to have any head really.
There you go. It's a nice off-white head.
Yeah, so I was, you can just barely see through it. So this is the very first beer that I had decided to brew. I wanted something light, and when I wanted an Irish red because it was beginning of the season, and then a Kolsch. Well, the picture of this one, and if you you can go to the website, shows a light, the golden colored beer, but then at the very top it has like a little tiny thing that says red, and I ordered it kind of hastily and didn't pay attention to the fact that I was in the red section and not the Kolsch section. And got this one. I did a lot of stuff wrong, but I think it turned out still pretty well. Oh, I forgot about this one. Mine's a little flat because I had too much air space in it.
Too much air space in it.
Yeah, I purged the bottles, but I think I still had too much. I wasn't planning on waiting this long, so I brewed these. I brewed these in. I want to say. Let me see. I wrote it down. This was brewed on September 28th, so it's been quite a few months. So it's been like 6 months almost.
Well,
5 months.
That's solid. I do pick up a little bit. I mean, it's malty. Like, right? It has a nice little sweetness to it. Oh gosh, my notes are getting like mixed up. At least that's what I'm picking up, anyways.
Yep. Yeah. It's very
Malty.
malt forward. So I was reading through the directions, and they give you like a sheet. Like a sheet. This is for the Kolsch, but they give you like a sheet for them. So basically, I got all these for those of you who don't know. I got them from More Brewing, so I just got like a kit. It's all grain. So it is. So they give you like a sheet to like brew it with, and then there's another sheet of like how to do it, and they kind of, because it's all of their stuff comes in. So they have like 3 different things. They have like an LME, which is the liquid malt extract, DME kit, and an all grain kit. So I went with the all grain kit, and their instructions are for all of those. So it's a little bit confusing when you're reading through like what step to do what, especially when you're brand new to it. It said, if you're using a 5-gallon vessel, and I was like, well, I'm brewing 5 gallons. So it said start with 3 gallons. And I was like, that seems weird. So I tried that, and because it was so much grain, so there was like probably close to 12 pounds of grain. I can't remember exactly. So it's 9.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
And 10, 11, like 11 pounds of grain. 10. Yeah. So 16 ounces in a pound. So it's like 10 pounds of grain. 3 gallons of water did not even cover it. So I had to like hurry, and like I like had another, because I was gonna do a bunch of stupid stuff afterwards. So I was gonna try and sparge. So I already had water set aside that was already at the temperature or really close to the temperature. So I had to hurry up and get that back up to temperature and then poured it in there also. And there was just all kinds of stuff that went wrong with this. And then come to find out, I reread it and it was like, if you have a 9-gallon vessel, then you could do 6.5 gallons to get 5 gallons. I was like, oh, wow. So this only produced like 3 gallons of beer after it was all said and done of 5 gallons. So I think the ABV went skyrocketing. I can't remember what the ABV was now.
I was just gonna ask, what was the OG FG ABV?
Yeah,
Was
I think
IBU?
I wish I would have brought that up, but I think that they were supposed to be in the so the OG. Wait, sorry, I'm trying to read the original notes from it. So it's supposed to be malty at like a 4.4. The hoppy is a 1 in their like scale of stuff. The ABV was supposed to be 5. SRM is supposed to be 17 and 21 IBUs. I think that I got closer to probably 6% ABV because of how little water I actually used.
Yeah, I think
so
the
I think
SRM's a lot higher.
Yeah, so I was going to say, so I think that the SRM is way higher because of that also.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's like a reddish brown in the light.
yeah, it's
That's
supposed to
nice
be red.
cream.
So
Cream head.
eventually, I did brew the regular Kolsch, and that's what I was just showing you a second ago. So I guess we can skip down to the homebrew section because that's kind of where this is leading to. Basically, instead of so the recipe that I used was 9 pounds of Pilsner malt. I think it was like Viking or something that they gave me. 8 ounces of crystal malt. And it was crystal malt 120L. And then 4 ounces of chocolate malt. And 4 ounces of carafoam. And then the difference between the two... Oh, look at that. And then it used, so then there was 1 ounce of Cascade at boil and then 1 ounce of Cascade like 1 minute before it ends. So they use the exact same hop for both editions. But then the difference between that and the regular Kolsch, which we'll get to in like 2 more episodes or 3 more episodes, is that it's 10 pounds of Pilsner and then 8 ounces of Crystal 150 or 15L, whatever that means. 15 degrees L.
Level by it's like color.
Okay, so it's not nearly. It's more golden color like it is on the actual like pictures of it. And then for that one, you use a pearl, 1 ounce pearl hop at 60 minutes and a 1 ounce Saaz at the 1 minute boil out. So it's quite a bit different. I think that I honestly would brew this one again. I really liked it. I used a dry hop on this one, and then I used liquid on my other Kolsch. But the hop on this one was the Cellar Science Cali Dry. Yeah. I think it added to it, but I think that I've been enjoying the Kolsch. So I keep making that. I actually bought enough stuff to make a third Kolsch. So
there you go. So before we get too much further into it, so like what was your water profile like?
It's just in my tap water, so I don't really know what the actual water profile is on it.
So your tap water is Detroit water?
Yep, it's a distilled it, or not distilled it, but I filtered it through like a carbon filter, so it's as much of the at least chlorine out of it as I could, and I used some No, I didn't. I didn't on this one. I just went straight in.
Okay. I don't know. I have something odd on the nose. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if it's water. I don't know.
I think it has
it's not super off-putting, but
yeah,
it has that for sure. Which could be the water. There could be some whatever residual metal. Could be from the keg. I've noticed from sometimes my keg will impart a little bit of weird flavor. I don't know why. I shouldn't, but sometimes I do pick that up sometimes. That's why for the longest time I never really liked beer on tap. So I felt like I could taste that metallic kind of a note to it.
Yeah. So
But
this was
I've never
my.
had anything like this. So
I know. That's what. So that's what I was talking, because I went to the homebrew club and I took this, and like there are the like Uber, like straight lace. Like you can't have. First of all, like the guy was like, "Well, did you make it in Cologne, Germany?" I'm like, "No." I was like, "Well, it can't be a
those kind of
Kolsch."
guys,
So,
yeah. Those
so like that kind of stuff, and then he's
beer
like, "Well,
snobs
what the hell is
that
a
make beer.
right?" Yeah, and he didn't make beer. He didn't
Yeah.
bring any beer of his own. So I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. First of all, like this was my very first attempt at it, and the fact that I got a drinkable beer that I drank all of, and then still like I was like, oh crap, I think I might be getting to the end. I better like try and bottle 3 of them. So I gave Jason one as well, but unfortunately he's sick and he couldn't make it. So I'm pleased that it's not undrinkable. But it was. I think that I want to try it again and see, because this is one of the. I like the flavors. Angela did not. She did not care for this one or the Irish Red.
Oh, really? That sucks. I feel like you're going to do the same happy mistake you did before. Right? So, like, 'cause I don't think if you make the full 5 gallons, you're not going to get what you got with this. Like, you're going to hit everything what it says it's supposed to be, but you're not going to get what you want from this, because this is what you're going to remember. You're like, oh, that's what I want. So you're going to have to like only put in 3 gallons of water, kind of like what you said, and hurry up and sparge and do all that kind of crap, and like then be done with it. Like you're going to have to like repeat the exact same thing.
I was thinking about just maybe like raising the like do 10 pounds of Pilsner, and then like maybe like a pound of Crystal, a pound of chocolate, or a half pound of chocolate and a half pound of Carafoam, just to like maybe less than that, but just kind of mess with it. I'm just afraid to like mess with recipes.
I think 4 ounces of Carafoam is about all you want to use.
Okay.
Or Carapils. That's like the most you want to do. That's all. And all that is for head retention, honestly. No, I mean it's a very simple, straightforward recipe. But like I said, like yeah, if you want this beer, which you should,
Well, I
make
don't
this
necessarily
beer.
want this beer again. I just want to taste
I
what it
think
was
you do.
supposed to have tasted like, if that makes any sense. Like,
Well,
I
want this
happy
beer again.
accident. Yeah.
I don't want the new one.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it hit like, so
That's
it
good.
was like one of those days where it was like I was just stressing out, and because I'd never done it before, and then we had like people come over and they were gonna like help, and because I'd never done it, I was like, okay, well let's try and work through this, and so it was just me rushing around trying to do stuff and then wait. But what I ran into and struggled with is my unit. I wasn't getting the filter through, so I don't know if I over crushed the grain or over milled the grain, because it wasn't flowing. So like the way my unit works is it'll pull water off the bottom and then put it back up on top, and you're supposed to do that at a very slow rate. You don't need it to like churn up or anything, but it kind of keeps your grains basically kind of stirring. But it would just like settle, and then it just started filling up on top, so then I had to just sit there and stir it the whole time. And after like researching stuff, because I didn't know I was going to have this problem, and I unfortunately brewed 2 at the exact same time, or 1 day apart, so I didn't know what I was doing the second time either, and basically had similar issues. So then I had to research it, and adding the rice hulls made my brew day just like a breeze. Like everything just flowed through. I set it up and it just like recirculated correctly, and everything looked like what I saw on every single app and website. So I was like, all right, well,
This is what it's supposed to be doing. No, I think for your first beer, I think it's a strong beer. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 because I can. No, I think to me, I think it's a very solid. I mean, I'd buy this at a brewery.
yeah, that's what made me kind of nervous. I was like, I've had worse beer at professional breweries. Well, not professional, but like
Oh,
semi-professional
it's bad
breweries.
at all.
No,
Like I said, just the metallicness to it a little bit. Like I said, that could be equipment, could be the water.
it could have been the like bottle caps or something too. Like I feel like because it sat sideways for so long, like you probably got a little bit of the top. Was it the top wasn't rusty or anything?
Well,
Was
they
it
should have.
like a little bit of a coating on them?
Yeah, they have like the oxygen absorber barrier.
Yeah, it's
or
kind of
whatever it is.
neat because like out of the bottle or out of the tap or whatever, you don't get any like stuff
Sediment.
at the bottom. In mine,
Yeah.
even it doesn't look like it has much of stuff, but it's still got carbonation in it, and it was only like 3/4 full. So I don't know. It seems like I was scared about it. Yeah, you got pretty good head retention on yours.
Well, like I swirled it though, just to kind of show it off some more. Plus, I just want to get the nose somewhere, see if it's fading.
It's
Could be that
much-
chocolate too, baby.
Yeah, yeah, I think it probably is, honestly, because it kind of, to me, that's the part that like gives it like a bitterness that's different than the bitterness you get from
Or the
hops.
hop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like that chocolate bitterness. I think that's what Angela doesn't like. Yeah, I think that it was. I think I would have probably given it like a. It's hard to say because the stuff I've made after this is so much better.
I'm gonna be shy as your beer, man. You can give it a 10 if you want to.
No, yeah, I'm gonna probably give it a 4. I haven't had this
4?
in, like I said, probably
3, 4, 5.
3
is
or 4
perfect
months.
for it. It's definitely 6% or more. It has
Yeah.
to be. So, did you hit your numbers? I don't know. No.
No, like it was way, the OG was way higher than it was supposed to be, but
Yeah.
like,
What was it,
I
like
can't
1040
remember.
probably.
Right.
So what was the final? Did you get down to 1010, 1011?
So I ran downstairs real quick to get the information to see what
Jeremy's
it
asking
was.
the questions.
So the original gravity was like 1.055,
5, okay.
and the final gravity was 1.012. Ran too fast.
So 7% beer basically is what you made.
Yeah. So now I kind of want to recreate that. after having it again. It was better than I remember.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, like I said, the bit it's a sweet and bitter towards the end. I guess you do get a little bit of the cascade hops too on the nose. And chocolate. No, it's good. I think you did a good job. I'm gonna give it a 4 or 5, like I said. I'm not changing it.
You said a 4.5?
Yeah, I give it a 4 or 5. Yeah.
Nice. I appreciate it. Yeah, I really liked it. It was I almost threw everything out, but I just said
I
screw
remember
it.
this. Yeah.
And I just said screw it and kept going, and then just pushed it all the way through because it was like 26 or $28 total with the yeast, because the Cellar Science yeast is like 3 something.
Cheap. Yeah, like $4.
So like I was like, whatever. If this is a throwaway beer, at least I got one underneath my belt. And then I'm just like, I might as well. Oh, I did pressure ferment it. So I used a spunding valve at like 12 psi. And I think that might have changed a lot of the profile of it also based on
could
my
have. Yeah,
Kolsch.
true. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, you'd have to repeat everything if you want this.
Yeah, there's no
thing
way I
that you
can make this
did.
beer again. Like this was the happiest accident all the way around. Because I think that
you've made your Kolsch how many times? 3 times? 2 times?
This is, yeah, I made it twice. The first
Twice.
time I did
And
it
it tastes
under
the
pressure.
same?
No.
No.
The first time I did it under
okay.
pressure, and then the second time I did
Gotcha.
it not under pressure. And I let it basically lager because I had the other one on tap still. And my second Kolsch is like 5 times better than my original one. The original one, it smells like the yeast were stressed out. Even though I reused the yeast were stressed out the first time. more than they were the second time. Probably because of pressure wise too, but I would have thought that was going to stop that.
I'll definitely ask questions here in the next couple episodes.
Yeah, at least I have my book up here now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I have everything in.
I struggle to keep notes during the process.
I find that the best time because you have so much downtime.
I didn't in the first 2 or 3 that I did. The first 4 beers that I made, I had to stir it every like 5 minutes, maybe. Yeah. So like I literally had no time.
So I don't have that recirculating pump, so I set a timer for like 15, 20 minutes, depends how long I'm mashing in. And then I will stir it by hand. Check the temperature, make sure I'm setting my temperature, blah, blah, blah. Then sit back down. That's the time I have to write down my notes or things I've changed, because there's been a couple times on brew days, and I wouldn't recommend doing this, but or well, you may come across this, you'd be like, oh, I think I have 10 pounds of blah, blah, and you realize, oh, I only have 9 pounds. I gotta change this recipe real quick. Yeah, so I think the more you do it, you use rice hulls, so you can do the circulating pulse, so you should have downtime, because it's like 45 minutes, hour mashing in and all that kind of crap. So yeah, you should have time to write down your notes. But yeah, I mean, your memory's really good about the day anyways, because obviously you're so stressed and frantic about it. So let's stick with you. It's a great story. I've heard it, I don't know, at least half a dozen times now.
Yeah, the people in because you've listened to this podcast more than once and you hear it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's perfect, man. Good job. Good job.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I was happy to finally get you to try it. I do want to do a collaboration beer. Well, I want to do 2 different kinds of things. I want to do a collaboration beer where we work together and make one beer. And then I also want to do like a smash beer or something similar that we can make the same thing and see how they taste differently between the 2 different brew styles. I think that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, because we can make a small 2-gallon batch of that, right? It's something real simple.
So I think that would be kind of fun. So just for all you one listener viewer, the next like 5 to 8 episodes are basically going to be all homebrew with a couple of I think there's only one. So there's only the next 5 episodes. Orville Day is in the middle of there somewhere, so we're going to do that. It's the Trappist Monk beer, so if you wanted to try that, it is... Oh, I wrote it down, but now I lost it.
It's March 23rd.
Okay, yep. So go out and get your Orville so you can be ready for Orville Day.
And I think ours is from November 23rd.
Okay.
Is when it was bottled, because when you find them out on the open market, they can be 5 years old or they could be that year. It's just really hard to kind of tell. Well, you could read the bottle obviously, but if you're not reading the bottle, you just grab and go. So, and they age very well. And they do. They taste phenomenal, no matter if they're fresh or old.
Yep, I agree. Since we already went through the potential brew day, so it's gonna be these episodes are gonna be a little bit more thrown together ish, if you hadn't noticed. It's an exciting time for me because I finally got to share with my friends my beer, other than like the people that came over to my house and drank it all. Jerks,
bastards.
Yeah, because that's
nice that's our one listener we just lost. Call him bastard.
Yeah, and I think it's been a fun experience, and to have a successful first beer made it so that because Jeremy had been talking about it, and if you've been listening over the years, he's been talking about the process for doing it and like kind of how to upgrade and where to go, and that's where, like, if you guys want to see like reviews of these products and stuff like that, we can start doing that kind of stuff. But for the most part, it's just basically beer styles. This is a beer style I'd never heard of. I accidentally bought and then found out that I liked. So I don't think I would have ever ordered something like this on a menu, but now I feel like I would, just to kind of find out what theirs tastes like. I do find myself gravitating towards stuff that I've made to see if I like what is on tap better than what I have. But Yeah, I appreciate it. I just wanted to say thanks for tuning in. Don't miss it. This is season 5, episode 1. So we are just getting started.
Yes, we are. It's been a great job, Mike. Great job, Mike. Great job.
Thanks.
So like Mike said, have a pint with your pals, and I'll let Mike do the other parts.
Oh no, we're switching it up. Please drink responsibly. Like, comment, subscribe. If you join Discord, there are we can start putting stuff on there. We could put all our recipes and stuff on there too. If anybody joined, we could start doing that. I think that if you have any suggestions for beers we can drink or beers we can make, that'd be fun too. So I guess that's it. Cheers.
Cheers.